Ding, ding, da, 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 ding, da, ding. Welcome back, my friend. This is BjjBrick Quick. My name is Byron. This is your quick Jiu-Jitsu podcast. This week, we're wrapping it up. Why is Jiu-Jitsu fun? Talked about a variety of things. I think it's fun to work hard and accomplish something. You know, whether that's... I don't think earning a belt is that fun. I think earning a belt feels rewarding for about 2 days. And then you got to train again, and everybody else is the same as they were the day before. But accomplishing things like adding techniques to your arsenal, feeling like you're upgrading your jiu-jitsu level, I think it's fun because there's a deep pool of knowledge in jiu-jitsu to draw from. And people are sharing that knowledge. I think it's fun because we're kind of like fighting our training partners and our friends in like a little action movie. You know, like, yeah, the first of it kind of sucked and I was getting smashed on. I've escaped and now I'm on, I've got full mount and I'm setting up an arm bar, man. That's exciting. A little back and forth. Will you get it before the time's up? I don't know. It's kind of fun. I think some of the techniques feel good to execute. Any of your better techniques, I think when you're pulling them off and executing them properly and against a resistant opponent, I think it feels nice. It's a rewarding tactile sensation. I think this last one is the easiest one that I could put up there, and I think it's also maybe why jiu-jitsu is tough for beginners, and it's easier if you're at a gym you've been at for a while. I think it's tough to move, to go to it, maybe go to a new gym. I think it's tough to pick up out of the city or town you're in and move, or maybe just something at the old gym is giving you trouble and you change gym. I think for a little while, maybe, this reason for fun is not going to be there. Man, I've drugged this out. What am I talking about? If you haven't figured it out by now, you go to jiu-jitsu because that's where your friends are. I love this fact about jiu-jitsu. I could sometimes drag myself to go work out at a gym. I have zero social interaction with anybody, and that's my fault. If I wanted more, I probably should, but I'm not there for that. I'm there to get sweaty, work out, and then go home and proceed with my day. I do that at jiu-jitsu. But I go there, and I have a room full of people who are my friends. And maybe not every one of them, but we're all friendly. That's kind of the culture of most jiu-jitsu gyms. Of course, there'll be little cliques. Of course. The person you started jiu-jitsu with, like for that week or month or so, might kind of be there with you a lot. You might go through those hard first few months and kind of form a bit of a friendship more than most. You have people you bond with, similar personalities or sense of humors. But in reality, I go to a gym, and there could be 30, 40, 50 people there who actually care about me, know a little bit about me and want to know what's happening. I got to get caught up with them, how they're doing, how their families are, how work's going. Joking around. We're all here doing the same thing. We all have the same, no matter what, we do have a similar interest. It's jiu-jitsu. This is crazy. If you told me that when I was 42, I would be able to go hang out with a bunch of friends and play a game, several times a week. Like, what are you talking about? That sounds like a lot of fun, but that's not real life. You got to go to work, you got to go home, and repeat. That's your job. No, man, we found a way. This counts as exercise. I would go to jiu-jitsu if it didn't have any sort of physical improvement in my health. So my friends are hanging out. There's no other, when I walk into that room, there's no other building in the city I live in, or I guess in the world, where I have that many people who are my friends. Why would I stay home? We're going to be joking and laughing and having a good time. I'll share this one. A couple days ago, and this will be almost, several weeks back, I was training, by the time this airs, I was training, and one of my buddies, he wears his smartwatch. I should just say watch. They're all smartwatches by now. Even I've got one. He wears his watch during the technique and warm-up portion of grappling. He'll take it off to roll. Fine, whatever. And we're doing a sweep. And I don't know what kind of mode his watch was in. I think it was an Apple Watch or iWatch. And his training partner swept him. And somehow his watch activated and was listening, or something happened, and it said, "That's what I thought." And I was walking around, helping people do their sweeps and that sort of thing, and he got swept. They're training, and his watch was talking trash. That's what I thought. I go, man, your watch doesn't even respect you. It knew you were going to get swept. Come on, man. Why do you even have that watch? Everybody started piling on and laughing and having a good time. That happens all the time in Jiu-Jitsu. If you're new to Jiu-Jitsu, I'm going to tell this audiobook to you in a minute. And one of the chapters is find the right gym for you. And hopefully you live in a place where you could shop. When I first started Jiu-Jitsu, there was one place. I went to that place and I trained. If there was two places, I don't know if I would have thought about checking both of them out. But you should, unless one is way out of the way or hard to get to, or you can't afford, or people who you don't like. I don't know unless there's a reason, you should shop around. And for me, one of the factors would be, how much fun are they having? Are these people friends with each other? That's a big part of Jiu-Jitsu. I've gone to Jiu-Jitsu and not really cared about, I'm here. And then when I get there, I'm having a great time. I'm smiling. People are cheering me up. I've gone to Jiu-Jitsu just because I wanted to be in a room with buddies, not to train. And when I'm done it, when I'm leaving, I train super hard, and sometimes I have a great time rolling. Sometimes I have a horrible time rolling, as far as what I'm doing performance-wise. But I'm always enjoying it, even the frustration parts of it. This one's going long. I mentioned an audiobook for your beginners, your first year at BjjJ. Go to BjjBrick.com. Click on the shop. You can buy the audiobook there. It's 2.5 hours long. I talk about finding the right gym for you. I have been a while since I listened to it and edited it, but if you walk in and they're not having fun, I would hopefully you could shop around. If you walk in and you feel like nobody's friends with anybody here, they're all trying to beat each other up. They're all trying to win. They don't care about each other. That's not a great environment to learn jiu-jitsu in. Hope you've enjoyed the podcast today, this week. If you have anything that you really enjoy about jiu-jitsu and I haven't covered that, I'd like to hear it. Maybe I'll do another episode and add a few more to this list. Hope you have a great day and stay sweaty, my friend.